This is Paul here, back with another video. And today I have some NBA award prediction video, and it's coming out late because the season already started. It's only been a couple games in, but it is late. I've had some school stuff, I have college application stuff, and it's a new year, so I'm maybe trying to work harder to upload videos. And yesterday was actually my birthday. I don't know if you guys care or not, but just to let you guys know. But while I'm recording this, you're gonna see some background gameplay in this Rogue Company. It's pretty good if you guys like the game. I'm starting off with Coach of the Year. Before I start my favorite to win it, I'll also say my honorable mentions first. Some awards will have more or less honorable mentions. For Coach of the Year, my honorable mention is Steve Nash. The voters love voting for first-time head coaches, and that's not the only thing he has going for him, because the Nets were the 7th seed last year without KD and Kyrie, so just adding them back will definitely make them a lot better. And them being in the East, which is the easier conference compared to the West, even though the East is way better than it has been the last couple years, they're going to rack up a lot of wins. And even if Steve Nash is an excellent coach, and like he's not breaking down X and O's, he'll get the credit for them winning either way if they're a top seed. So that's why I think he has a good chance to win it. But the reason I don't have him winning it is because I don't know how, I'm not that certain on how focused the Nets are going to be in the regular season. And that's going to be like predicated on Kevin Durant, mostly for me. But who I think is going to win it is Frank Vogel. The Lakers rosters on paper got better since last year. And I believe because Frank Vogel won a chip last year, the voters were trying to like repay him for like snubbing him last year because he wasn't even really a finalist last year. So the Lakers will probably get the 1 seed by the end of the year, and he'll be named Coach of the Year. That's my prediction for Coach of the Year. Now I'm going to go with 6-man, and my honorable mention was Caris LeVert. Specifically was. And it was for a lot of reasons why I think Steve Nash was the candidate for Coach of the Year. But the benefit of me posting this later is that I was able to see that Spencer Dinwiddie got injured and will probably miss like the rest of the season. And he's going to be going to the starting lineup, but I'm still going to say why I had him as a candidate. So my first reason was because voters love voting for people on contending teams. It's going to be a contending team with a high seed. So, yeah. Second reason is that he's like a really good starter, and he'll start for like almost all the teams in the league. But since Steve Nash has him filling the Manu Ginobili role, he's going to be like one of the top 6-men, not just based off performance, but just best bench players in general. And the third reason is because for 6-man of the year, it's usually bucket getters like Lou Williams and stuff like that. And I think Lou Williams is they got tired of him already, so they're going to look for like the next guy to do it for. And I think was one of my candidates. But my main guy I think that's going to win it is Jordan Clarkson. And I think it's Jordan Clarkson because the way Quinn Snyder like has him on the team, he lets him like unleash, and he can just do whatever he wants because the Utah Jazz isn't a great offensive team besides Donovan Mitchell. So when Donovan Mitchell goes on the bench and he gets put in, he basically has to play like the same role as him. So he has probably like the biggest leash out of every other 6-man, unless they're on bad teams. But 6-man doesn't usually go to bad teams. So that's why I had Jordan Clarkson as my 6-man of the year guy. Okay, so now I go to most improved player. I didn't have any honorable mentions for this one, and my guy I was voting for was Domantas Sabonis. And I know what you're thinking. I'm looking based on the season, and this isn't really my prediction. I'm just basing it off the season where he's already killing, and that's not really the truth. The reason I picked him was for 2 reasons. Last year, I felt like he was snubbed low key because he didn't get any love for it. And the Pacers are like a hub for MIPs they have Victor Oladipo, Paul George, and Danny Granger. I felt like if he can do what he does this year, and a lot of people didn't have a lot of faith in the Pacers, that he'll get like a lot more love than sort of like over love, even though he was already doing this stuff like last year. But you can honestly say that Christian Wood might be most improved player as of right now because of how he's playing. But he was a candidate last year, so either way, I still have Domantas Sabonis. For Depoy, my honorable mentions was Bam Adebayo and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a guard who can guard all 5 positions, and Bam is a big who can switch onto guards. The reason I don't think Ben's going to win it is because Depoys usually go for big men, and Ben's gonna be guarding like guards and wings, and those are the hardest people to guard. So his stats won't show that he was defending well against Kevin Durant. Even if he drops like 25, it'll just look like he just got 25 scored on him. And the reason I don't have Bam is because the guy I already have, I think he's sort of like the heavy favorite, and that is Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis like improved Bam on defense. He's just more versatile on guards, and he also has a narrative going for him. Because last year, I thought Giannis deserved Defensive Player of the Year, but a lot of people are switching that up because of the playoffs and him not guarding like the best players like Jimmy Butler, even though Anthony Davis was. So now voters will like look at that, and now they're gonna like try to clean up their sins, so to speak, and try to like push for Anthony Davis winning Defensive Player of the Year. And for MVP, I have three candidates this time. I have KD, Luka, and AD. And you're probably wondering why I don't have Luka as my favorite. And yes, even though he's a heavy, like, not a heavy favorite, but the favorite if you're betting on like Vegas or something, the reason I don't think it is mainly because of wins. With Porzingis being out early in the season, I don't have a lot of faith in him being able to get enough wins, so to speak. And MVPs usually go to like the top two seeds in their conference, and the only person that has done that in like the last 30 years was Russell Westbrook. He has that sort of love already, but I don't know if they're gonna do that again already. And I think even with Kristaps Porzingis back, I think the Mavs will only get better based on how much Luka improves. And if you looked how well he was last year, I don't know how much you want him to improve. I know everyone's he's going to improve, obviously, but he's not going to improve. I don't know if he's going to improve enough to where they're going to be like a top 2 seed or even a top 3 seed. So the reason I don't have AD is because it's LeBron, and LeBron's going to take away votes from him. They like take votes away from each other. Even though LeBron was second place last year, that's part of the reason why he didn't win it. And AD has to deal with is injury prone, so he might have to sit out some games. And the Lakers will try to rest their players because they got deeper since last year. So if anything, the Lakers would rather him go for a championship than gain MVP. And the reason I don't have KD is back to why I said about Steve Nash getting Coach of the Year. Is because it depends on if he wants to get it or not. Because he has like a narrative coming off injury and everything that he has like a good chance to win it if he actually wants to. But the guy I think that's gonna win it is Nikola Jokic. And I know the Nuggets aren't off to a hot start, and this should also prove that I'm not basing my picks on the season currently, and these were like my pre-predictions. Because the reason I mainly picked Jokic was because I think this is a year where I don't see there's going to be a repeated MVP unless it's Kevin Durant. And I think he's going to have the wins, which he's usually has since like the past 2 years. Even though he's not off to the hard start right now, I still believe he'll be like a top 2 seed. And another reason is because the season is coming into shape. The last couple years, he always comes into the season out of shape, and he always starts off slow. Everyone's always wondering, did Jokic regress? And he always gets better. And by playoffs, he's definitely the best center in the league. So this year, he's coming into shape, and the stats are good right now. He just needs to have the wins for it. And those are like all my candidates. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to start trying to post like three videos a month. And the next video, I might try to like do like a gaming video, like not NBA related, just like gaming compilations or something. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time. For the last couple minutes of the video, I didn't have anything else to talk about, so the rest of it is just gameplay. You can leave the video if you want now. The rest is just Rogue Company gameplay. I might just put some instrumental behind it, but yeah, thank you again.